Hello and welcome. So in this video we're going to be building this beautiful Cartier Santos Seiko mod Homage watch in silver with the open case back and the black dial. So this is it. Looks absolutely stunning. And here are some close-up shots. Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today we're going to be building another Seiko mod homage to the Cartier Santos watch. So this is going to be the case. Let me just show you the case in case you haven't seen the previous video where I built the exact same watch in gold color. So this is going to be in silver. So this is how the case looks. And in the end of the video, I am gonna be showcasing the watch in its full glory and clean it up so that we don't have these little glue marks over here from the protection film. It's gonna be all cleaned up, and I will make a detailed review and show you everything about the finished watch. So this is the case in silver, as you can see, and it opens like this. Has a nice butterfly clasp over there. All right, so we can close it. Now we can take this out of the way, and this is our dial. So this is our dial here, and these are our watch hands, and this is our movement, NH35 genuine movement, and we have a piece of bracken over here that we can shape to our liking so we can work with it. All right, I'm gonna shape it like this. So nice. Now this is all set up. What we need to do is we need to open the movement. Oh yeah, and before I start, I wanted to let you know that I'm working hard to creating the website for the parts list. I am talking to the factories for the last final parts that I need to be for the pictures to be taken and for me to upload them and, well, give you guys the best quality parts in the market for building Seiko mods. They're all gonna be on the website, and if you want custom dials with your own brand and laser engravings in the cases, whatever you can think of is gonna be available in the website. And also you can have the new end links bands with double curves. You will have everything in the website. So I'm working very hard on that, and it should take a week or so until everything is finished and ready to go. And then I will make a video showcasing how you can get all the parts in the website. It won't be that hard, and they won't be overpriced. So I will add $1 or $1.50 on the part for my cut for supplying it and hosting the website and whatnot. And they're gonna be coming straight from the factory. So you will have a better price than AliExpress, which is win-win, right? Which is awesome. So I need to get rid of the bottom one here. So let's get rid of the bottom one. So I don't need this. And I will explain now what I did. All right. So I got rid of that. So here on the movement, there are 2 holes. So here on the movement, there are 1 and 2 holes, right? So in these 2 holes needs to go these holders. See these little holders? They need to go in the holes, and they have 4 holes for different movements. So we need to cut off the ones that we don't need. So one of them is here, as you can see, is fitting there in the hole, and one of them is here. So the top one here, this one we don't need. So let's get rid of this. All right. And let's do this until it breaks. Wow, this is really strong. So it finally broke. Now what we need to do is we need to get a file here, and also all the tools are going to be available in the website as well. For example, this high quality files, the diamond file. You will also have the movements. You will also have the stamp cutters. You will have these nice screwdrivers that are stainless steel, and they're very strong, and they also rotate. I will show you. You see, it rotates very nice, so you can work with it like a professional watchmaker. So let's file this down, make it flat. Okay, we want this to be as flat as possible. All right, that is very good. And the other side as well. So now this is flat. We can dust it off. Aside, I will do it off camera so that nothing gets on the movement. Now we can install this. Let's see if they're both straight. They look good. Let's go ahead, and one is in. Second one. Into. So I have both of them in. And they sit very nice, very firmly. Now let's clean up the dial. Do we have anything? Just a little speck of dust over there. And everything looks fine. So now we can place this on our movement holder. You can use this movement holder, or you can use these. It's going to be also available in the website. Everything that you see that I'm using here, they're going to be in the website. And I will slowly add them there. So please be patient, but after that one is completed, it's going to be a dream for every watch modder out there, right? Now we close this down, as you can see, like this. This needs to go down, sorry. Well, if it was a round dial, this would work. I need to get the bigger one. But you get the point. You can easily use this movement holder, or I would recommend this one. This is by far the best. It's made out of brass. It's very heavy, and it won't move. Oh, one thing I didn't do. We need to get the dial off again. Oops. So we need to be careful to not break this. So this moved a little bit. I will move it back in place. All right, now it's good. Leave it there. So we need to go all the way out and change the date. We need to wait for the date to change so that we know that we are at 12 o'clock. So let's go. Okay, the date changed. Now we can install the dial back on, like we did before. All right. So this one is done. Done. Perfect. Now we can place it here. Very careful. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to take the piece of Bragan that we made like a pointer like this, and we need to fish out the hour hand. So with the hour hand we need to go at 12 o'clock, and we need a 1 millimeter pusher. So 1 millimeter pusher. Perfectly. Let me just push it in. You can push this all the way because it has nothing stopping it. So let's clean it up. Looks absolutely nice. As you can see, it's at that 12 o'clock. Let me do this now. Wait. So let's go to 6 o'clock now. 6 o'clock. Now let's do this. Now we need the 0.8 millimeters pusher. So 0.8 is gonna be for the minute's hand. Okay. Okay. This one goes in smoothly without any trouble. Let's clean it. Let's go now and check the fitment. Fits perfect. Now we need to install the second hand. That's gonna be done with a 0.5 millimeter pusher and with the loop. So this is gonna be the loop. All right, everything is gonna be available in the website, so don't worry about that. I got you covered. Now I will place this here so you don't see my head, because I saw some videos where I had my head showing while I do this. All right, well, I'll look down and that's not very professional. And I'm trying my best to make these videos as informative, as professional as possible for you guys. So let's try this. So 0.5 millimeter pusher. So it's on. Check the fitment, perfect. Check the fitment there, perfect. Everything is perfect. Now let me just give it a final push. Okay, we don't need that much strength there. It's just a little piece. So let's now clean up everything else in the dial. And the watch hands. Looking clean. Also looking clean. And you don't need to be afraid. You can just clean it up very nicely. So this now is done. Let's see if it moves. Now it is working, as you can see. Working now. We can wind it up. The watch is perfect. Now what we need to do is we need to take out the crown stem. You push it all the way in and you press here in this little thing that pops out. So you will have this little thing pop out here when you push the crown all the way in, and that way you can just pull it out. So I do it like this with this pusher. I apply pressure with my finger here and then I push and pull. So that's how you do it without breaking the crown stem inside the watch. And you need to be careful because that can happen as well. If you buy the movements with this blue head, they're very strong, very nice. They're the best movements out there, genuine movements. So they will be also in the website, because you have some other replica movements from this. They're just, I don't know, not that durable in my opinion, but these ones are amazing. And you can see also the back side is very clear, right? Everything is clear, everything looks perfect, how it should be. Now, this one is done. What we can do is leave this in the side over here, and we can open up the case. So for this one, what we need to do is we need our tools. So we need 1, 2, I'm getting them 1 second. So we need these things. I know this is not so professional, but it gets the job done. So let's do this now. So that's how easy it is. So let's take out one more so that we have this side ready. and that we don't need to do this again. So this one is done. We can place it here and leave this there, leave this extra thing here. And now what we need to do is we need to get this out of the way. Okay, and put this back in here. Now we can remove this plastic. We don't need the plastic. Now what we need to do is we need a screwdriver, preferably the 120 or 1.2. Okay. And be very gentle with these screws. Okay? Absolutely, under no circumstance you should use force here, because if you damage one of them, the watch won't be watertight, and you cannot, well, tighten it or open it. It depends on which step you damage the screw. So now we just lift it. All right, that's how it goes, and it has a rubber gasket underneath. So with the rubber gasket and all the screws, so the rubber gasket is underneath. You don't need to take that out. Don't need to lubricate it because it has the form of the case. Just take it out, leave it like that. Now take out the movement holder. And now let's clean up the case inside with our microfiber cloth. So clean everything nicely. Now I'm gonna dust it off screen. I'm gonna hold it like this and dust it off from underneath so that everything goes out and nothing stays in the watch. So this is clean now, and the dial is gonna be also dusted off. One final look at the dial. Looks super nice and clean. And now it's gonna be Seiko down here. So I have to put it on like this. All right, now let's push it in. Okay, it's inside now. Let's check it. Do we have, okay, it's perfect. Wow, amazing. I'm gonna push it down just for some good measure, and everything fits nicely. Now let's take out the crown, put it over here, and now we need the crown stem. So where's the crown stem? Had it here a second ago. Oh yeah, it's always where it is where it always is, in that slot over there, down up there. So now we just install this, screw it down, and this doesn't have a spring system, so you just need to screw it down. All right, not too tightly so you don't damage anything and don't break anything. Just screw it down, okay? Now we can see it hits the, as we can see, it's a little bit on the right side. So let's adjust this a little bit. So you can just, that was too much. All right, so now it is in the middle. And now we need to measure from the end of the crown to the end of the case, because this doesn't have a screw down head and it doesn't need to go in, so it just clicks inside. All right, and it has a gasket inside the crown itself, and it is waterproof like that. So that's what we need to do. Now let's go ahead and do this now. 8.1, huh? Okay, so 8.1 it is. Now let's take our pusher and just press that, and we can remove the crown with the crown stem, and we can now screw this loose. Right, we can place it down here, this. We can now mark it down very precisely. You need to mark it down very, 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 very precisely, because this has no screw down head and we have no room for error here. If you cut this too long, it's not watertight. If you cut it too short, it's not quite in the movement. So this has to be precise, and that's why we do it slower. So this is now cut. Now let's take out the piece here, leave it there. Let's take out this. Now what we need to do is we need to use our diamond file and file it down. So this looks now very good, promising. Let's put the diamond file inside its holder so that we don't get dust everywhere, metal dust. So now let's screw this down. Oh, this is super tight. You can feel it. And now let's put it in. And I see a little bit of space. So I'm gonna take it out. How do I do this? I'm gonna do it like this. Right? And I need to file it down a bit more. It had like not even 0.1 millimeter of space, but I could just see through it. And that is not good, because this needs to be water resistant. So now let's grind it down. That should do it. Let's do the edges now smooth. Now let's do this now. Installing it back. Better to cut it a bit too long than too short, right? So, perfect, it's very tight. And now we just put it in. Now this is absolutely amazing. It goes in all the way. And the watch works. So it's all the way in, the watch works. Now it's watertight, everything is perfect. Now what we need to do is we need to screw back the case. So let's dust this off. And let's install the movement holder, right? So the holder goes in like this. Okay. Right, let's push it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. It sits very nicely. And now just how we took it out, we place it back in. Same way, same thing. So now let's see. One screw connected, second one, and one more here, and everything should be easy. Oops. Yeah, the screw is a bit hard. Shouldn't be like this. Let's unscrew the others. Give this one a little bit of more space. I'm gonna take it all out, because with force it doesn't work. It doesn't work with force. You need to be careful, patient. Let's flip the watch like this. Let's try again. Okay, now let's try again. There it goes nicely. Here it goes nicely as well. This one goes nicely. that one too. That one as well. That one. This one, okay. Alright, we have all screws in properly without any problems. Now we need to screw them down. Now we'll get a bigger screwdriver for this, because we need a bit more force now. Okay. Not extreme force, but a bit tougher than that. Okay. And again, we don't do it with force that can damage the screws, because if you damage one of these screws, then you're done. Then you cannot open this case anymore, or the watch, basically ruined. So be very careful. This is not a beginner watch, I would say. It's more advanced for people that know what they're doing, and I've built some watches in the past. That's what I recommend. Build some watches, then try your hands on this one, because, well, it is, I would say, interesting. Yeah, it is very interesting. So it goes in from this side, sorry. So this side goes in here, because we took it out from that side. Alright, so now we need to tighten it up. Let's get this, get our hammer, little hammer. So now let's hammer it down. So let's see, that looks good. Now let's take out one from here as well. So one is done, and another one is gonna follow. So 2. Now let's put this back in. Now from the other side, in here. So we are done with this watch. So now I'm gonna record a detailed review how this is in the wrist, in better lighting, better background and everything, and we can take a good look at the watch, how it is. So let's do this. Alright, so with the video finished, let's do an in-detailed review of the watch. So the material finish is pretty nice. We have no sharp edges and it's pretty solid. We don't have play or a little play. The dial is absolutely amazing, looks very clean, and the sapphire glass is very, very nice. That is also a plus. So we have this little jewel in the crown, which makes it a bit stand out, alright, a bit flashy. Then we have the butterfly clasp that we close the watch in. So firstly we do this, then we do this. And you can hear the click, and it's very secure. Now this won't open by itself under no circumstances. We have pins for the links, which is always better, in my opinion, easier to take out. But yeah, well, both are nice, screws and pins, I can't lie. So we have the open case back. Let me get the light a bit more here. I hope the light doesn't bother you. Yeah. So this is the open case back, as you saw in the video. And let's see how the watch looks on the wrist, as always. So now it is closed. So this is how it looks. In the wrist, it looks absolutely stunning, amazing. All right, so you can pull off some very, very nice outfits with this watch. It is a classic, and I would recommend it in anybody's watch collection. It is just amazing as a watch. See, it fits, it fades in the, here, the thing, how do you call this end of the I don't know how you call that, I will look that up for the next video, but it fits in here perfectly and it's absolutely stunning. I love it. It's actually one of my favorites. The bracelet style is perfect if you have a nice dress or something, you know, if you have, sorry, not a nice dress, my English is not the best to formulate this. If you dress up nicely for a nice event and you have like a smoking or something, then this is perfect. I still have to laugh. If you have a nice dress. Well, if you are, well, I don't know if this is for women. Sorry. So, yeah, but if you have, if you're dressing for a formal occasion, this is the perfect watch, in my opinion, or a date or something, right? But you can definitely pull off some sick outfits with this. So this is in all the watch. Let me do a slow wrist roll closer to the camera. And you have seen the close-ups in the beginning of the video, the close-ups shot with the microscopic lens. So this should be it for this watch. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.